We're doing 30 minutes of live side split stretching starting right now to practice consistency. We do this every single day to build a little bit of community and hopefully make some progress towards our side split goals. If you're just interested in good old fashioned stretching and you're not that interested in side splits, that's okay because we do a lot of different stuff to prep and prepare our hips for the side splits. So if you're interested in lower body stretching or getting to the side splits and practicing consistency and community, this is the right place for you to be. Welcome. Let's get started. All right. First thing we're going to do, we are doing hip cars. Hip cars looks a little bit like this. We're trying to bring our legs and our hips through their full range of motion using muscle power. I'm going to double check all of my different mics right now while we are still early in the presentation. IT is looking at me and looks like I am good. Okay, I've gotten the okay to continue. Whew. All right, hip cars. What was I saying? We are working our hips and our legs through their full range of motion using muscle power. And that looks like this. We're going to lift our knee as high as it can go. Then we're going to open up that hip while keeping that knee high as wide as we can. We're going to lift that ankle up so that the ankle is hidden behind the knee. Try to keep this knee high up. You might be tempted to like go all the way out here. Try your best to keep that upper body more or less where it started. And then from there, bring that leg down and back. All right, down and back from the side looks a little bit like this. The leg that we're working is a little bit behind the standing leg. You're flexing the hamstrings, you're flexing the glutes. I'm gonna pop in and check the comments real quick. Everything looks good. Welcome, welcome everybody on TikTok. We're doing 30 minutes of side split stretching and we're basically just getting started. So if you're just popping in, stay on and we'll teach you a little bit about taking care of your hips. All right. Hips. Let's go. Hip cars. High knee. Open up that hip. Ankle up. Leg down and back. High knee. Open up. Ankle down and back. High knee. Open up. Ankle up. Down and back. We're going to do 10 of these total. I think we just did 4. Down and back. High knee. Open up. Ankle up. Down and back. High knee. Open up. Ankle up. Down and back. If this is hard, that's totally okay because it's supposed to be hard. You're trying to hit that end range of motion in your hip and control your leg. We have done way more than 10, so let's continue and switch to the other side. I'm going to check real quick to see if there are comments coming through. Everything looks good at the moment. A whole bunch of people are joining in. We're doing side splits, related stretches. Eventually, we're going to get to side splits, but we're just warming up. All right, hip cars on the other side. High knee, open up the hip, ankle up, lift it everything as high as you can. Bring the leg down and back. Down and back means the leg we're working on is slightly behind the standing leg. Your hamstring is flexed and your glutes are flexed. All right, let's keep going. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. I think we've done like 7. So just do a couple more and we will be done with this. I'm seeing a bunch of comments pop in. I'm going to look at them real quick. Queen R, welcome. Hey, Seth Mech, welcome back. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. We're just getting started. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit though. Okay. We just did hip cars in one direction. Let's reverse everything. So what that looks like is instead of ending in this position, we're going to start by pointing the leg nice and back. All right. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Feel that hip flexor in front stretch because you're pulling that leg back behind you. Then lift that leg like you're about to kick somebody. Like this is a martial arts movie. All right. Try to actually keep the upper body as vertical as possible. I know it's tempting to come all the way out here, but that's not what we're doing. And from here, I want you to point that ankle all the way down. So it looks like you're taking a big step. And then finally, bring that knee all the way in. I rotated a whole bunch of different angles. I know it looks a little bit confusing. I'm going to do it one more time facing you, and then we're going to do the loop, okay? leg back, sideways like you're going to kick, rotate the leg so the ankle comes down, and then point that knee forward. All right, we're going to keep doing that 10 times. And then we'll have finished hip cars on this hip, and we'll be moving on to hip cars on the other hip. All right, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you're just popping in, we're doing a whole bunch of side splits related exercise, and we're still doing warm up. All right, switch over to the other leg. Hip cars, down and back, sideways, ankle down, knee forward, down and back, sideways, ankle down, front, knee forward. I'm off balance. There we go. If you ever get off balance, feel free to find a wall, a chair, something to hold on to. Let's keep going. And I just went in the forward direction. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh man, we are finally done with the hip cars. All right, we're moving on to the second warm-up exercise. It is the elephant walk. It looks a little bit like this to get set up. So I'm going to kick that pillow out of the way. We are getting to an L shape. All right. And from here, I want you to really focus on bring your belly button as low to the ground as you can. It's not about the head. It's not about the chest. It's about the belly button. Okay? And once you're here, you'll feel the hamstring stretch going. I want you to bend one knee and straighten out the other leg. The leg that's straight, I want you to do a little sassy hip, sassy butt, and put your weight over into that straight leg. From here, I want you to focus one more time and try to bring your belly button down as low as it can go and feel that hamstring stretch. From here, I want you to grab somewhere between your ankle and your knee and help yourself open that chest in the direction of the straightened leg. So my right leg is straight, and now I'm rotating my chest to the right. Point that right hand up into the air as far as you can. Mark where you're pointing to. Look at it. Look at that spot, and keep a mental note because you're going to try and get to that same spot or further every time from this one out. I promise the first one is the hardest, and after that, they get a little bit easier. Switch to the other side. Same thing. We like to do the first, or I like to do the first couple nice and slow a lot of the time because you haven't used any of these muscles or done anything like this all day. So your body needs the first round, 10 total. All right, let's go. Here's number 2. I'm already feeling way more range of motion. And 2, 3. Remember, the most important part of this stretch or warm up is the hamstring stretch that you're feeling. All right. Oh, that's 4. The twisting is totally optional. It's just a bonus to make even better use of your time and to add something else for you to focus your attention on, because sometimes the hamstring stretch can get a little bit boring, and a lot of the time having a little bit extra to do makes it a little bit more interesting, especially if it's a visual challenge that you can see. For the hamstring stretch, it's hard to see if you're getting much deeper into the stretch unless you're very good at depth perception. You can see like a centimeter of difference from your hands, but if you're pointing to something, 1 centimeter can like totally change where your hand's pointing, right? So that's why I like to bring up this variation. The second reason why I like to bring up this variation is because it's really good for your back flexibility. If you drive a lot and you need to check the blind spot, if you need to look through the glass in the back, it's really good to have some good thoracic mobility. All right, I have absolutely no idea how many we've done, but I think we have taken plenty of time doing it, so we should be at least past 10. So let's keep going and continue on to some Cossack switches. If you are just dropping in, we are doing live side splits stretching. Right now we're doing prepping for the actual side splits and the stretching. We're doing warm-up exercises to get ready. And we do this every day for about 30 minutes. So subscribe, follow, make sure to join us, come back if you're interested. All right, where are we at? Third warm-up exercise is the Cossack switch. What I want you to do is get into a nice wide leg-ish position. And I want you to try your best to keep your knees in the same lane as your toes. All right, and drop down to one side. When I say same lane, I really mean you want the knees to be over the toes and then past the toes. You don't want your knees to be to the left or to the right in any axis, partially because we're going to be doing a lot of intense movement that requires some strength in the knee joint, and it's just not what we're training right now. Okay, so what that looks like from the side here is a little bit like this. See how the knee is basically just over the thigh, or sorry, the knee is just over the toe? Try to keep it that way. All right. So from here, we're going to drop down to one side. You should feel some intense weight and pressure in the hip joint. You might feel some tension in the muscles here that keeps you from leaning forward and into the stretch. You might feel that the Achilles and the calves are really tight and you can't lean this far forward onto your toes. That's all okay. Just try your best to get into a deep position. You can always come out and into a easier position. And I want you to focus on this other leg that so far has been resting. I want you to get onto that heel so that your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, and your quads are pointing up. All right. From here, what we're going to do is switch to the other side. And I want you to try to keep that hip as low as it can be as you transition. All right. And once you transition, same thing. This leg is pointing up. Your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, your quads are pointing up, and the heel is what's on the ground. On this side, I want you to take a couple of seconds to get used to this range of motion. Feel that Achilles, feel the calf stretch, feel the weight in your hips, feel that sensation in the front of your shin connecting to the foot. All that stuff is just preparation for the hard stuff that's coming. All right, let's go. We're going to keep on doing reps. I'm going to scoot back because I feel like I'm cutting myself out of the camera shot all the time today. And we're going to do 5 reps from side to side. You can do them nice and slow. No need to rush. If it is too hard to keep your butt low, you can always come up a little bit higher and take your time here. If you are strong but not flexible, you can try standing up perfectly straight like you're doing a squat and come back down. Whatever works for you. We are doing 5, and I think that's 5. I'm going to come in and check the chat real quick, and it looks like we are doing good. So let's keep going. Cossack switch is done. It is time for stretches. Let's get into our first stretch. We're doing the hamstring stretch. To do the hamstring stretch, I recommend you stand up straight, take a step forward with the leg you want to stretch, and throw the hips back. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Try to get your upper body horizontal and level. Man, I'm stiff today. I'm really feeling this stretch. We haven't even gotten started. When you're here, take a couple of deep breaths and just focus on trying to relax this hamstring as much as possible. All right. Once you're as low as you can get, I want you to focus on that hip again and try to stick that butt out as far back as you can. You'll see that the further back you stick the butt, the hips, the more intense this angle becomes. Okay? The butt right above your ankle, not that intense. The butt really far back behind your ankle starts getting really intense. All right? From here, I want you to check if you are feeling safe. If you are balanced, if you feel like you're in control, if you feel like you're good, then we're going to keep going. If you need to stop to grab something for a little bit of support, or you need to get into a more stable position, I recommend you trying out this. Drop to one knee, and that will get us lower to the ground so you can use your hands to support yourself. All right? For everybody else, if you were feeling good in that position, I recommend you try this as well. Gravity is working a little bit less hard to bring your chest down into the ground. in comparison to the previous stretch, because you can see my upper body is up at this angle instead of all the way down like this. Give it a shot and see how it performs for you. If you feel like you're going to be just fine, then drop to the knee. It's a safer version of this stretch. All right. From here, I want you to, again, take a couple of deep breaths. Relax the hamstring, relax the whole body. Especially if this is the first time you're in a stretch like this, it's really stressful to be doing something new and then also trying to relax your body. Okay? So, after you've taken your breaths, I want you to focus on bringing your belly button down to the ground or fold your belly button down to the thigh. And I want you to apply steady pressure for the next 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that's the hamstring stretch. Man, it's killer. I don't know what's going on today. I'm extra stiff. Whew. All right, let's switch to the other side. So, what we're going to do is get onto that one knee. I call it standing up straight, but I guess we're kneeling up straight. Stick that leg out that we want to stretch. Imagine sticking your hips back behind you to get into a deeper stretch. And take a couple of breaths while you're here on this side. Once you've taken a moment to try and relax into this position, it is time for us to try and press our belly buttons down to our thighs or belly buttons down to the ground. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. All right, that's the hamstring stretch. We're done with that for now, and we're going to move on into the butterfly stretch. So the butterfly stretch is a really common stretch that pretty much every student athlete has done at some point in their lives, and that's good. However, I want to add a couple of changes to the typical butterfly that you're used to. First thing is I recommend you get a wall, something sturdy and flat behind you, because I want you to rest your hips, your shoulders, and your head against that wall. This helps us to maintain a good flat back, decent posture, and focus all of our attention on our legs. All right? So let's grab the feet, bring them together, and have our hips, shoulders, and head resting against the wall. From here, you'll see that your knees are probably popped up a little bit. And I want you to focus on using the outer thigh muscles and the glutes to pull your legs down. All right? Let's give that a try. Your feet don't have to keep touching each other flat. You can open up your feet along with your hips. So don't feel like that's a requirement. And once these are as far open as you can, you'll see that the distance between your knees and the ground has decreased. I want you to then take your hands and apply steady pressure on those knees and try to get deeper into the position. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Apply steady pressure. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Don't forget you're flexing the leg muscles and the glutes. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax the arms. Move those legs a little bit. Shake out the legs. And let's get on to the third stretch. Third stretch that we're going to do is the pancake. We're going to be doing a standing pancake because a regular actual like pancake is really hard to do. It's really intense. If you were to imagine this palm being the upper body and this palm being the lower body, a pancake looks a little bit like that. Is hard. Most people can't do that. So we got to do the easiest version that we can do to get into a stretch. Hey, said Meg, what's up? I'm okay. Oh, sorry. Hey, Liverpool. What's up? um, yeah, I'm good. Oh, we have a whole bunch of people pop in. If this is no, you didn't miss anything. I really enjoyed the butterfly stretch. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, let's see. What did we just finish? We just did the butterfly. We're doing the standing pancake. All right, to get into the standing pancake, I recommend you remove socks because you might slip, and slipping is not cool because it feels really scary. Being scared is not good for flexibility. Is the opposite of flexibility. All right, so for the standing pancake, I recommend you have a wall behind you, just like before. I want you to stand 20-30 centimeters in front of the wall, 8 to 12 inches if that's what you use, and I want you to rest your butt against the wall, so you're leaning back a little bit. From here, I want you to open up your legs as wide as they will go, and until you are uncomfortable. As soon as you are uncomfortable, I want you to stop. From here, I want you to lean forward and rest your butt against the wall and fold at the hips. All right, that's it. This is the standing pancake stretch. We have two options to make it more difficult from here. One, you can come a couple inches or a couple centimeters further forward and then lean the hips back so that your butt is still resting against the wall. And then you can lift your arms if you want to feel that leverage help pull you down. And finally, the third thing you can do is you can get into this position, grab your legs, and pull yourself deeper into the stretch. So the third one uses muscle power to pull you down. The first two versions just use gravity to help bring you down. Whatever you decide to do, get into position because we're going to start the 30 seconds of stretching. All right. I'm going to do this one against the wall. All right. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I can't remember if I said this. We're trying to bring our belly buttons down to the ground. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. All right, crawl forward, come out of that. Stretch. If it feels intense, it should feel intense because the pancake requires flexibility in a bunch of different muscles, including the adductors, the inside thigh muscles, the hamstrings. You might feel the tension deep in that upper hamstring, lower glute area, and everything should feel a little bit stressful. All right, let's see where we're at. Live is still going well. Everybody's running. No complaints about audio quality. So let's keep going. Standing pancake is done. That means we're done with 3 of the 5 stretches that we're doing. We're going for number 4. Number 4 is frequently called a pigeon or a figure 4 stretch. Figure 4, number 4. How did I not realize that was happening until today? 260 lives in. So what we're doing is basically bringing our ankle up to the opposite hip and trying to bring our chest down to that opposite ankle. Opposite hip, opposite ankle, yeah, whatever. Chest to ankle is basically what we're doing. And there's 2 variations to this. One looks a little bit like this. You get on the ground and you let gravity do all the work to bring you down. The other looks a little bit like this. You lay on your back, you pull the leg in, and that pulls on your hip. One requires you to pull and control, and the other has gravity doing most of the work. They're slightly different stretches, and I want you to experiment with both. But if you feel like you can't get into the deeper version on the floor where your chest is down, definitely start with the figure four to sort of get a feeling for what that stretch is going to feel like. All right, so we'll demonstrate with the one with our backs on the ground and use our muscles to pull our legs in to get into that deeper stretch. All right, so from here, you're crossing your ankle over to the other knee, reaching your hands through your legs and pulling on the knee to bring your leg closer to your chest. From here, all we have to do is keep steady pressure and try to get deeper into the stretch for the next 30 seconds. Just don't take a break and you got nothing else to do. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. Did you remember to apply pressure, steady pressure the whole time? It's really easy when you're laying down and maybe your eyes are closed, you're trying to relax the muscles. It's really easy for you to forget that we're trying to get into a deeper stretch. And it happens all the time, including to me, because I started relaxing a little bit at the tail end. That's why I'm telling you about it. All right. So let's switch to the other side and get ready to do the next one. And hopefully not forget that we're in the middle of a stretch and not get too relaxed. Cross the leg over to the opposite knee. Reach your hands through, pull on that knee. Oh, wow, I am super tight on this side. That's crazy. All right, let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh man, my right side is real tight today. Okay, that's it. We are done with the fourth stretch in our series. It is time. It is time for the side split stretch. This is what you've been waiting for this whole entire time, I'm sure. This is the thing that I promised you we would get better at. So we're doing it. All right, let's go. Side split stretch. The version I'm going to do is going to take a little bit of setup because I want to make sure everybody gets into this in a very safe and comfortable situation so that you can relax as much as you can relax while in a deeply disadvantaged stretch position and hopefully make a little bit of progress. All right, so bear with me while I explain the details. First off, we're going to set this up just like we set up the pancake. All right, we're going to rest our butts against the wall, have our feet about 20 to 30 centimeters in front of the wall, and let the legs spread out. All right. When this gets uncomfortable, I want you to get into a push-up position, right? So that most of the weight is in your hands and no longer in your legs. From here, I want you to rotate your legs so that your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, your quads are pointing up into the sky. All right, I want you to do that on both the left leg and the right leg. From here, I want you to lean back so that your butt is once again resting on the wall. Now we have a tripod. Your 2 feet are 2 legs of the tripod, and your butt is the 3rd leg of the tripod. All right. From here, I want you to relax as much as you can because you can't fall backwards, right? You are in a safe position. And if you need to get out of this, you can always sit down. All right. So I'm going to get back into position. I hope you didn't just demonstrate by sitting down. But if you do feel unsafe, try sitting down and know that it's not a big deal. All right. From here, I'm going to get back into position. Ooh, do a little wiggle. Palms down. Externally rotate the legs. Throw the hips back. Rest them against the wall. From here, we are basically in a combination of a side split and pancake position. We need a combination of both to get to this position, and it's not perfectly just a side split stretch. It does a little bit of both, and that's good. Double duty. All right. From here, I want you to walk your hands as close to the hips as possible. That will put most of your body weight over the hips and help you get into a deeper stretch. I want you to try to see if you can wiggle from side to side a little bit and push the legs out further. And once you think you are done, pause and we'll start our 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, lean forward, get back into that push-up position, bring the legs in, and take a rest. We're going to rest for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to get back into a second round of that stretch. Wow, we are taking this break. I'm going to slowly walk over to the phones and double check what's going on with the lives. Queen R is engaging the chat. I do a 9-move stretching thing. Oh, thank you for watching the other videos that I post on YouTube. I appreciate it. I'm not a great singer, so it took a lot of work to get that song to kind of work. So I appreciate that you really like the song. I think you mentioned it yesterday too, so I appreciate that you brought it up yesterday and probably realized I had no idea what you were talking about because I thought it was a mistake of some sort, and then came back to tell us a second time. IT is the producer of said song, so she's really excited. When I say IT, I mean information technology, the person behind the scenes making sure everything works. All right, where are we at? We got a couple people on live, and we are wrapping up with our side splits stuff for the day. We have 2 more rounds of side splits to do, and if you're enjoying this, let's make sure to subscribe and follow and all those fun things so that you get notified to come back. All right, second side split. Rest your butt really close to the wall. Take a step forward and get ready to spread the legs nice and wide. Once your legs are no longer comfortable, I want you to lean forward, get into a push-up position so that you can catch your hands and externally rotate the legs. What that means is your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are up, and your quads are all pointing up. If you do that on both sides, suddenly, while you're folding forward, you should be able to drop deeper into a split style position. This angle of the toes and the hips going forward rotates your leg bone and your hip bone in a way where the hip bone and the leg bone no longer collide into each other. And that's why sometimes you'll find a whole bunch of extra range of motion when you're getting into that position. All right, from here, I want you to walk your hands back towards your hips. See if you can bring your hands below your hips. Hopefully, you are still very close to the wall behind you so that your butt is resting against the wall. And that will form a little barrier to keep you from falling backwards. All right. Once you cannot get any lower, I want you to do a little bit of a wiggle and see if you can maybe eke out something else. I always get like 1 more centimeter. And from here, we're just going to hang out for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, get back into that push-up position. Crawl forward, bring the legs in, relax for a second, and enjoy the suffering. I'm gonna slowly crawl over to the phone again, check to see if there's any other comments to address. Other than that, we're taking a couple more seconds of rest and then getting back over there to do our third and final side split stretch to wrap this thing up. Whew. All right, there are a bunch of people who just joined in. If you are unfamiliar, we do 30 minutes of side splits related stretching every single day. And we do this to build consistency, build a little community, and hopefully make a little bit of progress towards our side split goals. If that's of interest to you, hit subscribe, follow, so you can get notified to come back when we are live. Most of the lives are pretty much 40 minutes ago, that time, every single day. All right, third and final side split stretch. Stand 20, 30 centimeters in front of a wall, 8 to 12 inches if you're in the US, and put your butt against the wall. Then slowly slide down and open the legs at the same time. Once you are no longer comfortable here, I want you to lean forward onto your hands into a push-up position and externally rotate the legs. What that means is your heel is on the ground, your toes are up, your knees are up, your quads are up, and I want you to slowly walk your hands back towards your hips so that most of your body weight is right into your hips. Do a little bit of a wiggle from side to side to see if you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And hopefully your butt is also resting against the wall so you can't fall backwards. All right, from here, if you can't get any deeper, it's time to start at 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, that's it. Oh, crawl your hands forward in that push-up position. Pull the legs back in, and we are done. We are all wrapped up for today. Oh man, I am beat, out of breath. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in for yet another day of live side split stretching. Thank you so much for coming in to practice consistency and joining in our little bit of community. If you have never introduced yourself in the chat, please come on in and say hi, welcome to each other, and join, be a part of the community. We have a whole bunch of regular people like Liverpool and Sevmek and Queen R who come in regularly, and we're building some mini friendships while we work on side splits. Okay. Oh, Sevmek does not like the side split move. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. And the way I set it up, I feel like is useful for a lot of people to make sure that they feel safe when they're doing it by themselves. But there's lots of different ways to get into a side split stretch. If you only think about what a side split is, you're basically seated. I'm gonna only do one leg, right? You're basically seated upright, and your legs are all the way out, right? Like I can maybe kind of do it with one leg, but as soon as you introduce the second leg, there's like no chance I can do both legs. But when we are doing that stretch on the ground, the way we were doing it with the butt against the wall, and we're in this position, is basically just lifting our butt up in that opened leg position, right? So if you rotate the angle some more, and it'll be easier if I explain it this way, I think. Sorry. If just don't look at this leg, okay? Focus on where this leg is. From this angle that you're looking at, my leg is opened directly out to the right, or pretty close to it, right? And that exact angle plus a little bit of elevation from my butt is what we were just doing, right? This is what we were just doing. And if you wanted to, hypothetically, you can just rotate some more and get into this stretch this way, right? Technically, all three of those stretch this muscle on the inside and help you open up your legs. The way I do my version with the butt resting up is kind of a combination between a pancake and a side split. at a really intense angle so that gravity is really, 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 really working the stretch. And, you know, you also can't fall backwards. And you can also like lean against the wall anytime to quit and stop if you're feeling like it's too much. So that's the background, I guess, thought process for why I do it that way. And I hope now that you know why I do it that way, you'll be like, okay, I can experiment with other variations in the side split stretch because you can. I'm not here to police you. I'm just trying to make it so that we have a very safe way to get into and get out of a side split ish stretch that helps everybody get better mobility in the hips and reduces some of the risks that happen when you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And then you start falling backwards. So that's what that is. And I think I am ready to wrap up. I'm going to check these chats one more time. Wasn't feeling super today. Can you do the splits now? I can almost do Liverpool. You're making that much progress that fast. That's crazy. I cannot do the side splits. I wish I could. I know when we do that stretch against the wall with my butt against the wall, it looks like I'm really close, but it's because my feet are still 8 to 12 inches away from the wall. And that 8 to 12 inches is basically the distance of the side split that I still have left. I have probably 20, 30 centimeters, which is 8 to 12 inches. All right. Let's see. I don't think there are any other things for me to address. So with that, thank you everybody again for coming in to practice side splits live with me. I am wrapping up for today. Remember, we are here every single day starting about 43 minutes ago to practice consistency with some community, and hopefully together we'll make some progress towards our side splits. I appreciate you all for coming, and that is goodbye from me. Hope to see you tomorrow.